Hi all, welcome back to the Crochet Tutor. Today I'm going to teach you how to work in the round, making this basic coaster, three rows around. This is a standard size coaster, and then you can adapt this pattern for any other projects that you want to work in the round, or if you just want to go bigger. I'll give you some tips as we work along. So the first thing we're going to need to do is work into a magic ring. So to do a magic ring, if you don't already know, take the tail end, wrap around two fingers, and secure it with your pinky or something behind. Insert your hook under this top layer and pull up a loop from the other string, and then yarn over and pull through that loop. Okay, and for this round, this coaster, we're going to work double crochet. So to start, we're going to chain one more, which will be 2 instead of 1, and then we're going to turn. Whenever you're working in the magic ring, just make sure to kind of hold it until you get that second stitch in, because the second stitch will really secure it. So once you've turned, yarn over your hook into the magic ring, pull up a loop, yarn over your hook, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's your first double crochet. We're going to do 12 around in this magic ring. Okay, so continue on, do 12 double crochets in the magic ring, and meet me back at the end of this round. Okay, I'm back. I have done 12 stitches into the magic ring. I'm just going to pull the tail, tighten that ring together, okay, and then just slip stitch into the top of your first double crochet to complete that round. And I forgot to mention I'm using a worsted weight yarn, number 4, number 5 crochet hook, somewhat standard. You can do this honestly with any size and any hook. Obviously the wider the yarn, the larger the hook is the sort of the way to go. You can use smaller, but it's harder to work in, and it will vary on how big your coaster becomes depending on the yarn that you use. So for working in the round, on the second row, chain 2, we're doing double crochet. If you were doing single, chain 1. And in the second round, you're going to do 2 stitches to every stitch of the first round. So 2 double crochets in every stitch all the way around. So we yarn over, insert our hook. This chain does not count as a stitch, so we're inserting into that same first stitch. Okay, I'm doing 2 double crochets into that stitch, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch, and continue in that pattern all the way around. 2 double crochet stitches in every stitch around. If you're doing single crochet, same idea, 2 stitches in every stitch around for round 2. I'll meet you back at the end. I've completed round 2, row 2, and you'll notice that it's giving this little bit of a curled effect, which makes you, when you're working in the round, it makes you think you've done something wrong. I have found in my experience that row 2 just tends to do that. Obviously you can flatten it out, but when you do row 3 or round 3, it really does even that out, and you'll get a much flatter looking appearance as you're working it. So trust the process. When you finish here, just slip stitch into the top of the first stitch in the round. That's the end of row 2 or round 2. So for round 3, we're going to do a single crochet, not a single crochet, a double crochet, because we're working in double crochet, a single stitch into the first stitch, 2 into the second, a single into the next, 2 into the next, a single into the next, 2 into the next, all in double crochet because we're working in double crochet. If you're working in single crochet, go ahead and do it the exact same way. Every second stitch is an increase and has 2 stitches in the stitch. So just start the round, chain 2 and double crochet into the first stitch, okay, and then 2 double crochets into the next stitch. Okay, 1 and then 2, 1 into the next, and 2 into the next stitch, and alternate that all the way around. So 1 stitch, 2 stitches, 1 stitch, 2 stitches in each stitch of the round. So you're increasing, but you're increasing 50% of the time. Every second stitch is an increase, which is 2 stitches into 1 stitch. So continue that all the way around, and I'll see you back at the end of this round. When you get to the end of this round, you'll notice that at the last stitch, you should have, this should have been a 1 stitch in the last stitch. So your very, very last stitch in here should be an increase, 2 double crochets into this last one. And you'll know that's correct because your very first stitch here was 1 single double crochet. And this becomes important as you work further into the round. So this is the last round that you need to do to create just a simple, regular, perfect size little coaster. But if you want to continue on and you want to make a placemat or something a lot larger in the round, you're going to continue in that same pattern. So what we did here is we did 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet in each stitch around. In the next row, you would do that on every third stitch. You would increase. So you would do 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets. And this is where this becomes important, is if you continue to start this very first stitch with your single, double, like 1, 1, 2 stitches, you'll end up with these little points everywhere you increase. So you'll actually end up making a hexagon. So to avoid that and to keep it round, if I were to continue in this next row, rather than doing 1 double crochet, 1 double crochet, 2, I would now start this round with 2 and then go 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. And when I got to the end in this one, where I got to the end, I had 2 because I started with 1. If in the next row I start with 2 and I get to the end, I will end with 1 before it hits the 2. So the pattern continues each round. So to continue working in the round, every third one will be an increase, the next row every fourth one, the next row every fifth one, the next row every sixth one. And to make it nice and round, on every second row, so the next row, you would start your increase stitch at the beginning. The row after that, you start your just a single stitch, and you do your increase at level 4 on your 4th stitch. The next one, you'll start your increase in the first stitch and go every 5th. The next one, you'll start a single stitch in the first one and go every 6th is an increase. So you can continue going around and around, and as long as you're increasing at those intervals, this should stay very flat. This will be a flat circle. So 3 rows around in double crochet is your perfect simple coaster. But you can use this pattern for working in the round for anything you can possibly imagine that you want a flat round pattern. And you could add a scalloped edge to the outside or anything you want to envision for your project. But that is the simple working in the round tutorial and for making this simple coaster. So you can go ahead, tie off your end if you're done with this one. Just pull that thread through, weave in your ends, the back and the front, and you have a perfect simple coaster. And if you make a nice set of 4, it makes a great gift. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Please like and subscribe for new videos.